But like you guys have suggested, tomorrow we have to go again. There is absolutely no point in talking about Liverpool like we have just done, and then tomorrow. I think I did mean it actually, Mo. I'll come to you first in terms of selection, so you don't copy anyone again. So I have landed on you first again.
I got my Gomez right.
Go on, Sad. You got the Gomez one.
I'll think for that.
Baby steps. Like Liverpool, baby steps.
Yeah. I'm learning.
What are we doing tomorrow then, in your mind? Same again? Because Klopp, going back to Cav's question about can he play again, can he go again? So Klopp come out in the press conference and said, Wirtz, Gomez and Isak can't play 3 games in a week. Now, we don't know what that means. Does that mean they can't start 3 games in a week, or they can't? I think he meant can't complete 90 minutes. Well, they can't complete 190 minutes, some of them. But what are you doing in terms of the formation? Does Mo come back in? Curtis Jones? Anyone else in your mind? Where are we at?
Are you asking what I would do, or asking what Slot's going to do?
But start off with you, but let's end with Slot.
Okay, what I would do is actually I'd go the same, but it won't happen because the players, well, like Gomez, for example, I don't think will play. So I think for Gomez, Jones will probably come in right back. For Gakpo, I think Ekitike starts on the left because Gakpo played a full 90. I think it was telling that Isak got taken off after 60 or 65 minutes because I think he's going to go again. So I would go the same, but the only changes are forced changes. I don't think Gomez can play 2 in a row. So Jones in for Gomez. Part of me is telling me that Mo's going to start, which I don't like. I don't want to shade Mo. I don't think he should start, but I think he will start. So Mo for... I wouldn't start Mo. That's the thing. I wouldn't start Mo. I'd go exactly the same and leave Dom on the right, Jones right back because Gomez can't play 2 in a row, and then I'll put Ekitike in for Gakpo. But what Slot's going to do, I think Slot's going to revert back to his old 4-4-3-3 and play Mo, Isak and Ekitike maybe.
And Cav,
what do you guys think?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you. I keep the same side. I mean,
yeah.
Jesus Christ! This time last week, Slot, I was thinking you might not make it to the weekend. You can't be changing a winning side, my guy. Plus, we've got Leeds afterwards.
But do you think Gomez can do 2 in a row, though, Cal?
No, and I think I would risk it, but yeah. I agree with you. I think he will probably take Gomez out the side. He'll put Jones there. I agree with you. I think he'll bring Salah back into the side, which I'll be quite disappointed with. I'll be honest with you. But I think that leaving him out of 2 games, people could say he come up with the excuses. Rotated, has played a lot of minutes, 3 games in 1 week. You leave him on the bench for this game, suddenly that doesn't wash. And actually, the
narrative changes then, doesn't it?
Exactly. For me, personally, what I'd like him to do is not start Mo, but bring Mo on. Hopefully the game, well, depending on however the game's gone, but in a more central area. Let's give him a try centrally. Can he do a job up top? Let's see that. Because I think the time at Mo at right wing is history. To be honest with you, I think that Robertson probably come in for Kirkes. I reckon that's about it. If I'm being honest with you, I think Jones, Salah and Robertson come back in the side.
The only thing I don't want to see, sorry to interrupt, I don't want to see Gakpo and Mo in the same team. I think it doesn't work. I think they don't press enough. They're too... Yeah. So if Mo does play, I want to see Ekitike on the left.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that you mentioned it, Grizz, didn't you, about the West Ham side. And when we're talking about Florin's performance and stuff, you touched upon the fact that West Ham weren't very good. And to be fair, Villa weren't very good when we beat them as well. So we have got to take that game with a pinch of salt and think, okay, well, they neither dropped off well and did a low block. They neither pressed high up the pitch. They were pretty poor, to be honest with you, West Ham. Sunderland are having a good season. And they are probably going to sit back. They are going to have this clear vision of block passing lanes, close up the gaps, sit back, be aggressive, keep the ball in the air if we need to. Let's see, ride out the initial phases of the game. And so we're going to see a game that we've seen so many times before with Liverpool coming up against these sides. And that's why I don't want to see Salah and Gakpo, because I just don't think there's enough about that anymore to beat these kind of sides that set up in that way. So for me, I quite like the idea of a Ekitike on the left. I'll be honest with you, because he's just a little bit. I know he's not a maverick, but he's got that little bit about him where we'll just run at someone or try something. He scored a goal for France where he sort of carried the ball and laid it off and got it back in. I like that approach, because I think that feeds into kind of what Florian offers as well. So I think that there could be a pattern there that could really benefit them both. But he's got options, but ultimately I do think he'll bring Salah back in the side. I think he'll leave Gakpo. I think he'll be Jones and Robertson in there. And look, that should be good enough to beat Sunderland. But of what we've seen so far this season, we know that it will be a struggle. And that's a sad reality of where we are.
Yeah. So I have absolutely no doubt in my head that this will be the hardest game out of the three that we spoke about sort of at the start of the week. West Ham away, even though the other two are away from home.
Do you think so?
Game,
do you think
without a shadow of a doubt?
I think
without a shadow. This is without
evening game Leeds.
Without doubt. I don't think you've watched Sunderland play then, Mo. Sunderland is one of the best teams around right now. Not in the Premier League, around right now. The job this my manager coach has done in the last 12 months is nothing short of sensational.
Well, he's up for manager of the year, surely.
If they maintain a top 8 finish, I don't care if Arteta wins the league. This guy deserves to be manager of the season.
I agree.
So I think without doubt, this is the hardest game out of the three. And that's why it's very interesting in terms of what kind of team we pick. Because in my opinion, like you guys, I think we need to pick our most fittest, most powerfulest, most quickest, most energized team tomorrow. Because that's how much I think these guys will stress us out. Lewis, you've heard Mo's version, Cav's version. They think Slot will bring back Salah, but they don't want to. They also think Jones will come in for Gomez, but they wouldn't. And I think the rest, they're pretty much for muchness. Gakpo maybe for Ekitike. Where are you at with tomorrow's lineup?
I'm in agreement of I wouldn't change a thing. But in the same breath, this Sunderland team this season, they're currently 16th in touches in the defensive third, middle third, and attacking third. And I think they've got the third lowest possession. So they are a team who are, like Gav said, they're going to sit back, they're going to squeeze the game, they're going to make sure we can't create chances. In that type of lineup, I think Salah really can struggle. Against Burnley earlier this season, he had a couple of good chances, but against this Sunderland team, like you said, it's a completely different thing. And I do think he is going to ring in the changes slot because Salah's, like you said, is going to be going soon. So he is going to think, right, let's just use him while he's here. Let's just get, I don't want this to become a big thing. I've rotated them for a match. He'll come back in. And I'm in agreement. I think Jones does come in for Gomez as much as I don't think he should, because Gomez, as much as he's not your full-winded attacking fullback. Like you said, he knows when to go, he knows when to stay. He'll give us that sort of defensive structure. And against the Sunderland team who have used the wings in the manner of which they have this season to counter-attack, I'd rather him be there than a Curtis Jones or whoever's going to go there when you're probably going to be up against it. I just think Jones could easily get run ragged in this particular setup by Sunderland.
Especially like we think or we're assuming Salah's going to be back on the right as well, right?
Exactly. He's not going to give him that defensive support that like you would get from a Chiesa or even a Wirtz. Like, as much as Wirtz didn't defend per se in terms of stats, he was always there or thereabouts. He was always willing to track back, and Szoboszlai did it, and McAllister does it. Salah's not going to give that support. And when you've got a midfielder who's a makeshift right back, you've got to have that happen against a Sunderland team who like on the wings this season, they've been ruthless, and they're a very clinical team in their approach and the manner of which they go into games. They don't get a lot of shots, but how they use them, how they actually attack it's so clinical. You've got Taby, who's been brilliant. You've got Bertrand Traore, who's been fantastic. Isidore's another great player. They've got options. Gertrude defensively likes to often come up. He likes to bomb forward. So we can't rely on Jones being a completely solid fullback. I'd happily keep Joe Gomez in this back line, especially given the fact that I think Slot said today that Bradley's going to miss this one, but he could be fit for the match after, and that Frimpong's going to get assessed soon. So options are coming back. Keep Gomez in this team. I don't think he warrants being dropped immediately after that performance against West Ham. He'll give you more defensive structure. He can go forward when he needs to. He can invert if the midfield's getting overran a little bit. And you've got options coming back soon. The only worry I've got is Isak. Apparently, he had cramp and he's getting assessed. Now, if he isn't fit for this match, I know Cav touched on before, like Salah could maybe go in the middle, but I feel like that's not something Slot's probably not going to do. So I don't know what you do there if he is unfit for this match and can't compete. That is a bit of a worry for me.
I'm intrigued with all you guys suggesting, and I think you've suggested it quite a few times in the last few weeks, about Ekitike on the left, guys. This is it a want, a need, fascination, intrigue, or is it because Gakpo's been a bit meh and we just want Ekitike in the team? Because if Ekitike is going to be playing, then I'd rather see again the future, which I believe will be a two-pronged attack eventually with Wirtz in that role, and three midfielders and then two flying wing backs. But Ekitike on the left, I just don't think it's a thing at the moment, guys. For the foreseeable, anyway. I just don't see him. I know he changed it around and surprised us this week, but I don't think he'll start with Ekitike on the left, Isak and Mo. I don't know. He might do. He may do. Let's see tomorrow's lineup. But I like the Gomez. And before I was going to buy in Lou, but you actually nailed it, because I think the fact that Bradley will be back by the weekend, it's just one more game, Joe. Please. It's just like, Joe, give us one more game and then we've got options. Yeah, you can have another week off. Bradley will be back. You can have another week off the following week. Just give us one more 60 minutes, 70 minutes of Joe Gomez and we should be fine. But yeah.
Do you know, I was just going to say, I don't think Joe Gomez is that bad going forward, you know. I think he's all right. And do you know what I like about Joe Gomez at right back? Is when he is in them advanced positions, it's so obvious what he's going to do, right? He's not going to cut it back and play it in on his left, is he? He's going to literally, as soon as he gets in a position in and around the 18-yard box, whether it's by the byline or further,
put a ball in.
Goal, he's going to put the ball in. So what does that mean?
That's going to help Isak.
I mean, Isak's going to get chances.
Isak, because Isak's looking at it going, wait a bit longer, here it comes. Do you know what I mean? There's a minute, he's going, wait a bit longer. Oh, Salah's come back on his left. Now I've got to change my body.
Well, Joey got the assist for Gakpo, didn't he? So it shows.
Yeah. I mean, it coming back in a strange way. But what the point I'm trying to make is, I think Liverpool, you ever seen that game, The Cube, right? Where if you don't get through the rounds, you can do this thing where it says simplify, and it makes the game easier. That's what Liverpool need to do right now. Simplify. Just do basics, because you've got enough ability in the individuals that if you do that, you can beat Sunderland. I mean, it pains me to even be saying these things, but like, it's the truth. So Gomez, he ain't the Hakimi at right back. I get that. But if he gets to the 18-yard box and he's just going to put the ball into the box, the striker knows he's going to do that. So the striker can then move to try and get on the end of where he anticipates that ball's going to go. You know, and it's a ball in the box. Give your striker some options. Give him a chance. That's how Isak scored the goal, because the ball was actually in their 18-yard box. You know, so I just think play the margins. Put Gomez, who's comfortable at right back, and when he gets in the advanced position, you know what he's going to do, and that's sound. Yeah. But if you're going to play the left back again, then they're left-footed players. Just tell them to stay wide, and when they get near the 18 mark, put the ball into the box. Florian Wirtz, you know he's always going to offer for it. It's going to be between the pockets. If you're a player on the pitch, look for Florian Wirtz. Get in the ball, fizz it into his feet, allow him to go create. Just do the basic things, you know. And then on top of that, goes without saying, win your duels, be aggressive, win the ball when it drops, and all those kinds of things. We do that. We go from there. You get the Anfield crowd behind you. You can steamroll this Sunderland side. It's good as they, you know.
Plus, the first goal came from a Joe Gomez long throw-in, which got cleared out back up right to him, and we recycled it through flow, and then we got the goal. So
you just
nice to actually see we put a long throw in, and not teams doing it to us. We actually did it to them.
We just need like a solid. Like I don't mind if my right back's not bombing forward trying to create. Like I know it's a completely different era, but there's a reason why Steve Finnan was so beloved. He was going forward. He wasn't phenomenal. He wasn't anything flashy, but he was a solid, just defensive fullback.
I think at the moment, and say Rob Jones as well.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like there's countless
options. Solid right back, no nonsense.
Yeah, not every fullback has to be this adventurous attacking player. Sometimes I'm happy just having a fullback who's there with the sole purpose of defending the wing. And I think Gomez at the moment, he can do things going forward, but I'm happy if he wants to just spend the match sitting back and just offering that defense. But like Grizz said before, if Kirkes wants to go forward and create, or Robbo, whoever's there, and we drop into a back three, I'm fine if that means Joe Gomez is a bit restricted on the right-hand side, but you need someone ahead of him who isn't going to play in the way of which Salah's playing, which is constantly cut in, try and cross it to someone in the box. You need someone who's a bit more creative at the moment in a different regard that isn't Salah. So that it's just another big part of it.
Also, from a Joey perspective, Sunderland are quite a tall side. They're tall people, you know, loads of them. So we might need Joey from that.
I think we're gonna end the pod on the two people. So Sunderland,
tall players. I know.
That's so funny.
Sunderland, tomorrow Liverpool play two people. And I need a prediction. Mo, what's the prediction for Liverpool versus two people tomorrow?
2-1 Liverpool.
Cav?
Back-to-back 2-0.
Nice.
Lou?
2-1 to us.
Maybe something to start.
Pleasure. Time has absolutely flown. I'll put in the group in it just for 10 minutes. ITK.
No. Come on now. It's public.
I got the last one right.
Yeah,
You did, to be fair.
I think we win 1-0 tomorrow.
Oh, interesting.
1-0.
Okay.
Yeah, 1-0 tomorrow. But hey, we're all taking that. We're absolutely all taking that.
Yeah, 3 points.
Lads, time's flown. It's 1 hour, 3 minutes, and wow, we could have carried on talking. Really enjoyed it. Thank you very much for your input. And another episode of Red Room is in the can. Liverpool are looking to go back-to-back wins. Oh gosh, what is our life when we're praying for back-to-back wins? Are we really doing this bloody Man United gimmick that they were doing for years and years? Back-to-back wins? Oh my God, we're better than that. Let's show it, Liverpool. Up the Reds. Peace, love, and tranquility to you. Take care. Bye-bye.